Now, he is an Oscar and Grammy award-winning musician, producer and DJ. Now, Mark Ronson is releasing his debut book, sharing his incredible story from 90s New York to being the man behind so many of our favourite world-stonking massive hits. Listen to this.
Right,
Just listen to that, Mark. It's an amazing body of work.
It'll wake you up in the morning.
It will wake you up in the morning. I just said to you, are you a morning person? Because I imagine you're a night owl, given you're a lifelong DJ and producer.
Yeah. I was a night owl. Now I have two amazing, lovely, very young daughters, so I'm up at 6 in the morning, but...
So are you getting any sleep? Like, I imagine your work has continued in its same pattern, which is, you know, working with artists whenever they're ready. That inspiration might come at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And you're there.
I have to say now, there's no song that's not important enough too important to get home for bath time, though. I mean, I spent my whole life as a workaholic, DJing in nightclubs and then being in studios, and I want to be with those kids. But yes, I did prepare me all those late nights in nightclubs and all of that stuff. Like, I can go on no sleep.
Yeah, exactly. You have to live on no sleep. I can't believe looking at you. I can't. It says here that you're 50, or you're about to be 50. Or just
I am 50. Thank you for telling everyone.
How have you managed to look like this with sleepless nights for 20 or 30 years? I don't understand it.
I don't know. Maybe good. My mom, she gave me some good genes.
Well, yeah. And you talk about your mum in the book, don't you? Because what an influence your family have been on you. You had quite an unusual childhood, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Robin Williams tucking you into bed. I mean, tell us a bit about this remarkable, celebrity-filled musical childhood that you had.
I mean, my parents they were really young when they had me. They liked to go out. They were night people. So, you know, all of my earliest memories are of night. That was like the fun time. The grown-ups, you know, walk out into the living room, wake up in the middle of the night, and there's like 50 people and loud music playing. And there was one night that I think Robin Williams, my mum brought him back from the club because this, you know, Mork and Mindy was my favorite show. She's like, come wake my son up or whatever. So I look up and it's just Robin Williams. And as he was leaving my room, I was like, could you? And he just went, nanu, nanu. He knew exactly what I wanted to hear him say.
Wow.
There was a lot of craziness going on in the house, but I think that it made the night this very exciting thing to me, and obviously being a DJ through the whole 90s, and it kind of makes sense.
It's absolutely remarkable. And you say that you got the first feeling of what it's like to pick music for the right people, the right audience, and the right occasion when you were 10 years old. And it was at your mum's wedding, is that right, to your stepdad, who was a very famous, and still is a very famous drummer in the band Foreigner? Yeah,
so my stepdad was in the band Foreigner, and they had this very small wedding, and they didn't have a band, they just had, you know, some music playing through some speakers, and at one point, the music just stopped, and Mick looked at me and was like, Mark, go put something on. So I run in, you know, 10 years old, this is the greatest responsibility I've ever been given, and I find, looking at the tapes, and I see Eric Clapton, Wonderful Tonight, and I'm like, even my 10-year-old brain's like, that's the right song for this moment. I put it on and, you know, watching my stepdad and my mum have this, like, slow dance and thinking, like, that's so cool, this is my song, and them having this beautiful moment. It was the first moment in my life I remember doing something right. Like, I might be good at this or something.
I love that, you know, looking back and seeing the origin. We were talking to Patterson Joseph there about origin stories. That's a remarkable thing. And, you know, you fast forward and you look at your body of work, working with... You remember the first moment you worked with Amy Winehouse. I mean, it's so sad whenever we talk about it because she was... We miss her. Fans, we still miss her.
Of course.
But you had the best of her.
We had such a great time. We had such a great time making music. We had a great friendship, and, you know, she was...
What was it like, you know, those first few hours of being in a studio with her when you're figuring her out and what can you do together? I mean... the magic of it.
It brings a smile to my face now, honestly, because I just remember meeting her. She's just such a force of personality. And I said, what kind of music do you want to make? She said, well, I like this thing they play down at my local. And she played me on this great 60s music. And then we wrote Back to Black in the first day. And, like, we just had such a great connection. And she was just so inspiring. Yeah,
and do you still miss her?
Yeah. I miss her as a friend and somebody I made music with.
And all the music she might have made.
I think so, you know, but I definitely have so many great memories.
Yeah. Tell me a bit about, I mean, do you have to sort of reject artists and go, I'm too busy for you, or how do you pick who you're going to work with? Well,
I just get a sense of, do I think I can bring something to because there's a lot of artists that I love as well that I think like, oh, maybe I can't give them what they need, but you just get a feeling. Like the first time I met Bruno Mars, we just sitting in a hotel lobby and he just said like, I want to make something that sounds like this and nothing like what people would expect us to make. And I was like, I like this guy.
And then Uptown Funk becomes one of the biggest hits.
Right.
Right. It's extraordinary that this. It's been over a decade. Surely it's time for you and Bruno to get back together and sort of, you know, come up with something else. Are you working? You know, work with him?
Bruno, I just texted him on his birthday, so if he texts me back, then maybe we'll get in the studio.
When was his birthday?
2 days ago.
And he's ghosted you for 2 days.
Happy birthday, Bruno.
I see. Yeah, so you're like, here, why hasn't he texted you back?
Yeah, he's very busy.
He's too busy.
Giant world-class hits.
He's too busy. Yeah. And now I hear that you've also offered up your services, perhaps tongue-in-cheek, perhaps truly, to Taylor Swift and the biggest wedding of the century that's around the corner. Yes.
I mean, in a very tongue-in-cheek way.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, I mean, I still love DJing. It's still one of my, even though I make records and spend a lot of time in the studio, DJing is my first love, my first passion. It's why I wrote this book. It's what I still do. So if Taylor and Travis need a DJ or their #1 choice falls through, I'm just putting myself out there.
And we must just mention that everybody needs a mother-in-law like yours. When you've got a book out, the kind of support that she has given you is kind of remarkable. Your mum-in-law is...
Yeah, it's Meryl Streep.
The amazing Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
And look, this is fantastic.
That is the greatest promo that you could ever hope to get. I don't think it gets any better than that, no.
What is it like to have her as a mother-in-law?
I mean, she's incredible. She's raised incredible children. She's raised the greatest woman I've ever known, my wife, so she's fantastic.
Well, stellar stuff. Thank you so much, Mark. An absolute honour to meet you. You know, fantastic. I've loved all your work, as we all have, and it's just great to meet you. And your book, Night People, How to Be a DJ in 90s New York City, is a great romp through that sort of period of time and a real insight, actually, into your instincts around music. Super stuff. Thank you so much. It's out now. Lovely. Oh, hi there. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel, where we upload new videos every single day. Click here if you're interested in this video, or head to the homepage for more amazing content.